Welcome everybody to outer space. Welcome to Jeru, or whatever this place is called in the English version. I don't know. This is YSGuru, and we are playing Battle Angel Gully. And we are here at Jeru. I'm gonna call it Jeru, even though it's Yeru in the katakana. And if you're following this series, welcome back. In the last episode, our battle angel fought off the giant computer system, and now we're being greeted by Mr. Cutie, Fat Cucumber Boy. And apparently Desti Nova's name is on the list of people to be allowed up here to Jeru. And he is welcoming us. And his name is Potemkin. It's like, why does every game have like a Potemkin style? And why does it have to be a big Russian hairy guy? I don't know why, but yeah. And he's wondering who this girl is. And Nova introduces her as his assistant, making Gully pretty pissed off. That's why she was shaking her fist there at him. How dare you call me your assistant? So I guess he's gonna call her his bodyguard. You know, I just realized that Nova is really short. You know, Gully is a girl, but she's like taller than him. I don't know, maybe it's a weird way that scene looked. But yeah, I want to welcome everybody back to the series. We're up here, and Potemkin is, well, Potemkin, however it's the Russian name, is introducing us to the master computer here. Melchizedek is the name of the computer. Why does this remind me of Neon Genesis Evangelion? Wasn't one of the major computer systems called Melchizedek as well in that story? Can't remember. I know there were 3 computers. Gully's ready for combat. Gonna beat the crap out of him. But Potemkin stops us and saying there's something seriously wrong with Melchizedek and the whole computer system. You know, as a whole, the entire system is having some kind of serious problem. Remember in the previous episode, the MIB machines were trying to cut up everybody's brain and put those MIB chips into their heads, which can definitely ruin your day. And, even if they weren't of age. And so something weird is going on. Yeah, the Melchizedek AI here is like, and then, and disappears. That's too bad. Something's wrong. So, that's why Nova was sort of called back and, offered this position with Ladder, which is, the elite leaders of the universe, to see if he could, you can see Ladder there in the text box in English letters, which is weird. He could see what's wrong with the computer system and hopefully fix it, since he's like the only smart person that can do this. And here on the on this station, this Jeru or whatever is representatives from all the Ladder organizations. And they're here for some big tournament that's actually going to happen as well. There's quite a few dialogue points that I noticed in this part of the game, so I've glossed over a few. You probably noticed a few jumps, a few cuts. So I apologize for that if you wanted the entire dialogue, but yeah, it's very long, very tedious, and not too much exciting music going on, but mostly here just talking about the logic board and the problems with the system. And I want to leave in the key scenes so that you guys can always follow the story. So he wants us to have a look here at the main computer system and showing us these pictures of these nano machines. And Nova is surprised because they're these very strange nano machines that are, sort of evolved, and they're acting like a virus, messing up Melchizedek and the whole system. Which is why we were having, so many problems on Zalim. If you remember, in the previous few episodes, a lot of the machines were going crazy. So, as Nova here, Nova's going to take a look at the computer and see if he can figure it out. Some mention of the Berserker outfit, the Berserker armor, as well as the Collapser thing, which Nova invented to counter the Berserker armor, remember? But basically these nano machines are acting like the Berserker armor. And if you saw the, Battle Angel Alita movie, her suit had the sort of nanomachines that adjusted to her body. That's kind of what we're talking about here in the story, is these nanomachines that are self-thinking and self-modifying, but they're acting as a virus. So Gully's asking, did you find out what the problem was yet, or find out any information? And of course, Nova's here eating his pudding. Pudding. He says, mazui. It tastes gross. Gully's like, what? The pudding here is terrible. You'd think with such an elite place they would have delicious pudding. I am disappointed. Gully's like, I'm not talking about pudding here at all. Did you find any other problems with the computer system? He's like, oh, Gully, it's you. He was totally focused on his pudding eating. Asking us how the Imaginos body is. That's the new sort of outfit that we're wearing right now. So I guess Nova can do the upgrades for us. For a fee, as always. There's some kind of fee, but I don't have too much money right now, so don't have too much health either. Let's go take a look at Jeru, or Yeru. So we got a brand new map screen. It looks like Zalim kind of, but a little different. It's like the Death Star, only it's crushed. Crushed down by paperweights. Let's check out the Jeru Garden up here. See, I'm pretty curious. This part of the story, I don't know too much about. I know the tournament was a pretty big part of the manga. It's like a tournament of the universe. Or, yeah, Tournament of the Galaxy, with all the galaxy representatives here from Ladder. And of course, Gully gets to join in the tournament. Because why not? She is a battle angel. So this guy's explaining they're preparing for the tournament. And this is the entrance, but we cannot go in there yet because preparations are not ready. Since when has that ever stopped Gully? We should just, battle our way in there. Smash down the barricades. Go in there and beat up all the contestants before they're ready to fight. Actually, that's probably just the way I would do it. Gully has way more honor than I do, apparently. We're gonna walk around and talk to these stick people. I still find it pretty amusing in this game. Like, most of the NPCs are, very blocky and basic looking, whereas, Gully and some of the main characters are actually fairly detailed for a PS1 game, surprisingly. I mean, the NPCs, remind me of the look of Final Fantasy VII, blocky style characters. But like Gully and Nova, Ito Sensei, look pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna see Ito Sensei again for a while, being way up here now. I think somewhere in the manga I read that Ito Sensei finally decides to regain his memories. So he does retain, and maybe he made a backup of all his memories of Gully, and so he gets them back. I read that somewhere, but I don't know if that's going to happen in this game or not. We'll have to see. So this girl is telling me where all the ladder members are, and using the world map we can go there and say hi to them all. Apparently security is pretty low in this place for some reason. You'd think letting a battle warrior, one who's known as the Killing Angel, would not be allowed next to dignitaries and representatives of other planets. But apparently it's okay for us to go and have a chat with them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if you're watching this as a playthrough with tips and you're stuck in the game, this is where to go next. So once again, I'm trying to show, key steps. All the key steps for an actual game playthrough, and at the same time cutting out some of the dialogue that just isn't too helpful, too useful. Alright, so who do we have here as the first representative? Oh, Earth! So that's what Earth looks like now, apparently. And I guess, wow, there's a whole ring around it, huh? And then Jeru is like one of those bolt-looking things that's sticking up. So there's one on the opposite pole as well. Still looks like a blue planet. Although, yeah, I guess there isn't as much green left as there used to be. A lot of desert. Anything there? Nope. You got anything to say to me? Except for Fugo, Fugo. This guy has a weird way of talking. Maybe because he's a monkey in a soccer outfit. So these are the representatives of Earth. They are hovering people. Lovely. And of course they just used the elevator. Okay, I'm in the next room. I'm just gonna gloss over these real quick, but I did want to show them all to you. Alright, here's the moon colony, apparently. It's gonna be interesting when we get to the Mars colony. See what Mars looks like, and of course that's gonna be the final major focus of this game, is Gully and her memories of Mars, where she was born, and her major link to Mars. So we might get a little bit, some little tidbits of that while we're here. So you are the representatives of the moon people. So if you wondered what people from the moon look like, this is what people from the moon look like. Leviathan 1, 200 years ago. Yeah, they're talking about, quite a few of these guys are mentioning, 200 years ago, there was the terraforming wars. And that was the war that Gully was part of when she was first born. Okay, so I think this is Venus. Interesting. I'm not sure which planets are colonized in this story and which aren't, but think this is the Venus colony. That look like Venus. I only know like maybe 4 kanji for the planets in our solar system. You know, Mars, Earth, the Moon, maybe Neptune and Saturn, I think. Each planet in the solar system has its own special kanji. Yeah, those are some weird aliens. Those guys were talking about the terraforming wars some more 200 years ago. So yeah, Gully is over 200 years old, technically. Wow, a gas giant. And it looks like they're colonizing it with those weird cubes around the surface. So maybe that was Neptune. So we had Venus and then maybe Neptune. Oh, lovely. The people from there are vacuum cleaners. High-tech vacuum cleaners. Creating a planet shell. It's only 40% complete. Well, yeah. Looked like you guys had some holes in it in that picture. These guys are pretty funny. Simple design, they're all saying. What a great design for their... I don't know if they're like on the planet and they just talk through those things, or if the alien is inside that little machine. But apparently they're very proud of their simple and elegant design of a vacuum cleaner representing their planet. So I've just been going down the hall here, visiting all these rooms. Quite a lot of dialogue. But yeah, I definitely want to show off all the planets and all the representatives from the different worlds. Okay, so here we got Mars. It says Mars is one of the oldest colonies, maybe one of the first colonies. The kanji for Mars is pretty easy. Using the kanji for fire. Kasei, the fire planet. So I wonder if we'll get any information in here. So this is the Mars colony people, which I guess look human, because I guess maybe humans were the ones that first colonized Mars. And that's where Gully was born. Of course, nobody recognizes her. I was hoping somebody would like say something like Yoko, since that's her birth name. But yeah, nobody knows who she is in this generation because she's way older than anybody else. At this point in the story, she's 200 and, let's see, plus the 10-year gap, plus the 2-year gap, plus a year gap. So she's like 213, somewhere around there. Technically. But since all her memories were reset when Ito found her, she's technically around 13 or 14 years old, actually. Crazy to wrap your head around it. I mean, 200 years old? What would you do with all those memories? Would you even remember back like when you were a child? 200 years later? Looks like we found the laundromat. Just kidding, this is some kind of airlock. And the guy says we can't go in there. Apparently there's like really low gravity or no oxygen, very low oxygen content. And so we can't go in there yet. So the people from other colonies, I guess, live on less oxygen and lower gravity conditions. Which makes sense, you know. If you're actually coming from a different planet, I'm sure the oxygen content and the gravity is completely different. So, I don't know why we want to go in there, but we're talking to this guy, this shop guy. I went back to the shop and we need this space garter outfit in order to go into that kind of restricted area that has almost zero oxygen, no oxygen, low gravity or whatever. The size fits you just right. Hey, that's pretty cool. I like this look for Gully. She's surprised that he would let her use it for free. I mean, she's mostly cyborg anyway, so... But I'm assuming her brain does need oxygen. And we're curious about this thing in the corner. Gully's pointing at it and asking the shop owner, what is this thing that you have on display here? And he says it's just the sort of the shop omamori, the protector. They say omamori in Japan, but you know, some like a good luck charm kind of thing. Just a good luck charm and a rare object. Nobody's quite sure where it comes from, but it's just sort of the mascot of the shop. You know, the mascot or the sort of, you know, good luck charm, protection charm. Apparently it came from the legendary Guardian. They used to guard Jeru here. You know, each of these major stations had like a legendary Guardian to you know, defend them against attacks, especially if the representatives of other, you know, colonies are here. So yeah, every time, this is the only annoying thing, every time I get some like new or different outfit, I have to re-equip everything. It would have been nice if they had auto-equipped everything on the new body, although we still have the Imaginos body, so it's not really a new cyborg body, it's just like some extra parts. The legs, the legging things are kind of cool looking. Looks like a Mega Man style outfit or something. Okay guys, so we're back at the door with this new outfit, and this time he will unlock it for us. Okay, so these are the representatives from Saturn. He's saying, don't be rude, you might be surprised when you see them, but make sure you're not rude. Oh, come on, we are the Battle Angel. We are never rude to anybody. So yeah, we're going through the airlock here. See, I'm not sure if there's like zero oxygen in here, or if it's just like low grav, or what. But the boots are going to make it so we don't float or anything. Alright, so these guys don't even have a representative in their front door. Let's take a look at their planet information. Yep, definitely Saturn. The Ring Colony. Hey, that's pretty cool. The colony lives on the ring. The rings of Saturn. Don't ask me how that's possible, but it's cool. Either that or it's just called the Ring Colony because there are rings around the planet. But I honestly don't see a colony being able to live on Saturn anyway. It being a gas giant. So these are the people from Saturn, apparently. Definitely alien-like. Alien popcorn with legs. And racing sunglasses. And yeah, they don't have much to say. Just konnichiwa, just basic greetings in Japanese. Sorry guys, I don't speak Saturnese. Let's see if there's any more beyond this. I think that's all the colonies. But yeah, in this episode I definitely wanted to show them all off real quick, because they are a major part of the story and actually a major part of the tournament, which is coming up. The big tournament. Because of course, in a fighting game, you've got to have a tournament, right? This looks like the docking bay. What? Who is this? Or what is this? Marshmallow Man? At least Gully's polite. He's like, wow, it's kind of rare for somebody to be out here. He's just, you know, on watch duty, I guess. It's like, watching for what? I can't remember. Omoi dasenai dechu. He has one of those funny ways of talking. One of those characters that ends all his sentences with a chu. Maybe this is Jeru's legendary guardian. But it doesn't look like it. Gully's thinking to herself here. My name is Gully. How about you? I can't remember that you. Gets a headache when he thinks about it. Gully understands totally because, you know, she went through the same thing of memory loss, of course, and of course didn't even have a name until Ido named her Gully. So he's surprised that Gully's not afraid of him. He says, whenever somebody comes in here, they freak out and everybody's afraid of me, so they all avoid me, but you don't. So you must be a good person, dit you? So Gully's like, well, if it's all right with you, would you be my friend? Or I'll be your friend? Honto dechu ka? You'll be my friend? Sure. I just arrived here in Jeru, and I don't have any friends yet, or any acquaintances. So he's super happy that he's made a friend. Maybe his first friend. So Gully's asking about his head. What is with that big gap in your head? And yeah, he agrees that he thinks it's pretty strange. But he doesn't know what belongs there. I thought that was the way his head was supposed to be, but oh well. So Gully says she'll help him out. And he's very thankful. Arigato dechu. So, of course, hint hint, Gully's thinking about that strange object back in the item shop. So, in order to help this weird alien guy who apparently is going to be our new friend, we're going to get the item from the item shop. I went in here to the item shop, and the guy refuses, of course, to give it to me. And so I need to ask Potemkin permission, since he's like the major administrator here of all of Jeru. So I'm going to see if I can find him now and get permission, and then get that item and give the item to the funny fat marshmallow. That's kind of our current thing. Are? Potemkin-san ga inai zo. Of course. The way it always happens. So, he's not here. Just when I need to talk to him and get some permission, he's not here. That door has a cool style of opening. It's kind of a cool effect. What the? And Nova's not here either. So Nova's not around, and Potemkin's not around. That's kind of odd. The two bigwigs on this space station are not here. Anything back here? I have my OCD kicking in. Got to check all the corners for hidden treasure chests. I don't know why, but there are no treasure chests in this game. So what am I doing? Alright guys, I guess we're going to have to look around and find Nova and Potemkin, our big green cucumber friend. These guys don't seem to know where they went. They're busy working. Says they left a little while ago, but where did he go? I don't know. He's super busy. Well, thanks. That was completely unhelpful. But yeah, that's the way it happens. You always miss them. They just left. This is the elevator that I came in. I'm just checking everything on the map here. I may have to make a cut when I find them. Guys, may have to search all over the place for them. But yeah, this goes back. And it looks like we're at the 30-minute mark, guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take a break here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope you enjoy these videos and hope you're enjoying the story. We definitely are going to have some exciting fights coming up soon with the tournament. But for now, we're just on a bit of a goose chase here. Looking for Nova and Potemkin. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why that's such a popular popular Russian name. I know there's so many games that use that name. I always think of the not Final Fantasy, Street Fighter 2 character. Or no, not Street Fighter 2. Is it? Is it Street Fighter 2? No. It's Guilty Gear. Yeah, Guilty Gear XX has Potemkin in it. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all the next one when I find Nova and Potemkin. And we'll be having the Tournament of Planets. We'll see you all then. Johnny.